everybody not gonna see your vision. You know what I'm saying? So
Say it again, brother.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Like God give you a vision, He give that vision to you for a reason.
Right. Yo, we back at it, man. Another episode from A to Z. I got another special guest in the building. Each and every time I told you, man, I'm just linking up with entrepreneurs, people who are actually doing it, people who can show you that they are actually out here doing something and can show you how they got to, well, how they went from point A and how they got to point Z. You know, giving you the steps, giving you dialogue, and that's what this whole show is about. Because I get people asking me questions all the time. What is it about? What y'all talk about? It's entrepreneurship. People who are entrepreneurs, businessmen and businesswomen who are actually doing it. You know, no disrespect to those who are 1 foot in or 1 foot out, but I'm just talking to those who are actually 2 feet in. And I got somebody who got both feet in. My boy Trends in the building, a.k.a. Menace 57. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, talk to the folks, let them know who you are, my boy.
Well, first off, I appreciate you having me, man.
Oh, for sure.
Trend, like you said, Menace 57. Just opened up 57 Express Mart as well. The drive-through convenience store.
Drive-through convenience store. All right. So I'm definitely gonna talk to you about that. Okay. like I said, we gonna get there though. We gonna get to that. First, where did the name Menace come from? Menace 57. What does that mean?
So first off, it came from as a teenager. Like my favorite movie was Menace to Society. Like,
okay.
So my mom,
like Old Dog.
Yeah, Old Dog, and I used to think I was Kane. So,
okay.
My mom would just kind of call me that on Menace. So you always watching this movie. So Menace always kind of stuck with me. But I made it mean something when I made it the name for my clothing brand. So it stands for motivate and encourage new artistic creative expressions. And then I added the 57 on the end just to make it mean something, because when I first started, you would type in Menace, it would be all kind of stuff that come up. You do a hashtag on Instagram or something like that. So I put 57 behind it just to make it mean something. And I got 5 letters in my first name, 7 letters in my last name. So I just kind of made it my own by adding the 57 to it.
Got you, the 57. So were you a menace as a kid?
Nah, I want to say I was chill. Like I was chill. I was more like on some laid back, cool stuff. I did stuff, but I never really got caught.
I got you.
Got in trouble for it, but I had little situations here and there.
Nah, I just want to know if she was calling you Menace because you was out here just running it up.
Nah, man, I wasn't doing it like that. I was always cool, man. But
I could tell you got that Slim Thug vibe, but I was always cool, laid back, chill. I didn't really do too much.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. So, being young, watching Menace to Society. What did that mean to you? Because my favorite movie that I watched all the time, that I know line for line, was Juice.
Okay.
I love Juice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Too. I like Juice.
So and Q I thought I was Q.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to DJ at the time. I had I ain't had no turntables, but my grandma had a player, record player, and I go in there be trying to scratch it. I done broke the needles and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I was Q, and you couldn't tell me different.
I'm trying to tell you.
So how did Menace to Society?
Man, I don't know, man. I just felt like Kane was just kind of like an outlook of how I kind of saw my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you around stuff. You may not want to get into things all the time. You may be around it. You may be tempted to get into it. So I don't know. I just always felt like that. Like he saw the world how I kind of saw things at the time.
Gotcha. That what's up, man. Because I correlate the same thing with Juice, with Q.
Yeah.
Like he was the one that kept the pack together.
He was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though you had Tupac, the rowdy one to lead the thing, everybody still listened to Q.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was for me growing up. For some reason, I just had a hold on people. Like, they would listen to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even my family would come to me, and I'm a kid.
Yeah.
But would come and tell me, like, problems, and, like, I would listen, and they would be venting to me. So it was, like, the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of people see that leadership role in people early.
Yeah.
And they, you know what I'm saying, they'll listen to what they say because they see that in you.
Yeah, I didn't understand it at the time. Like, why y'all telling me? Even to this day, people will tell me stuff that I feel like I shouldn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just share
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I be like, why? You know, and I even had somebody tell me that he was just like, I just feel comfortable
Yeah.
telling you.
Yep.
But he has some real stuff going on in his
Uh-huh.
life. I think like you supposed to tell that to somebody, a counselor who
Right.
can
Yeah,
help me,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I listened, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and just gave whatever advice I could.
Mm-hmm.
So being that Menace to Society was your favorite movie, did you ever think about like acting or stuff like that?
Nah, it was neck. I ain't gonna say it was neck and neck with Paid in Full. I ain't gonna
Ah,
cap.
that's my
Paid
second
in
one,
Full
yeah.
and Menace. I just,
Yeah.
Menace. I just kind of always felt like came in that situation. But yeah, it was neck and neck with Paid in Full. But
That's my second one there.
yeah,
Paid in
man.
Full.
Yeah,
Me and my homeboy, shout out my homeboy Prince. That's our little thing. Like we'll make, you know how some people like if you post something on Instagram and they like it or whatever, but you got a homeboy who will be like, I see you, dog, or what's up. That's what we just put Paid in Full. That's us
Yeah.
like checking in with each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
like
yeah.
hashtag Paid in Full.
Paid in Full.
They
Yeah,
just
that's
know
dope.
you getting it, bro. I see you Paid in Full. That was our little lingo then. All right, so Menace to Society,
Oh, but no,
favorite movie.
your question. I ain't never want to be an actor.
No actor.
Nah, I ain't never want to be an actor.
Okay.
At one point, I did want to rap.
Man, I think we all.
I think everybody went through that phase.
Yeah, I
but
went
then,
through that.
I went to school and left that alone.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what rap. And this gonna sound crazy because you probably people want to rap because they have a favorite rapper, and the rapper makes them want to rap.
Yeah.
You know who made me want to rap?
Who?
Deion Sanders. When he came out with "Must Be the Money," bro, that was my song.
I remember that song. Yeah.
Must be the money. We played that all the time. My homeboy, he was he wasn't even a DJ at the time, but he had DJ equipment.
Yeah.
His mom bought him equipment, and he became a DJ. But he would play it, we would loop it, and I'll rap over it. You know what I'm saying? Did that, rapped over that, and rapped in high school. Put out actual mixtapes like the tape.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know that's crazy because I had like people probably don't remember these, but back in the G, like I had this little tape recorder. It was like a radio too, so you could play the radio, and I used to like record. It was 92.7 at the time. I record the little ride outs they'll do on 92.7. I record them on a blank cassette. But the little tape player that I had, it had a microphone on it too. So like if I caught a beat, I know it was like I want to say it was the Tell the Club Up Thugs with Cash Money, that Player While You Hating.
Yeah.
I want to say I think that was like the first song that I ever had a beat to, and I want to say I recorded like on my little tape player. I was young. I was like in middle school or something like that.
Yeah, I had all that, man. I had the Talk Boy. You remember the Talk Boy?
Yep, I remember from Home Alone.
Home Alone, yeah, man. I had the Talk. I recorded on that. Everything that I could record on, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff, man. Those are the days, man. So knowing that you went through that phase of trying to rap or whatever, like, did you know what you wanted to do when you were younger? Like, what you wanted to be?
Nah, not really, man. I just really knew I wanted to make money. Like I didn't really I played ball in high school and stuff like that. But
played what? Football, basketball?
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I played basketball in
what
high
position?
school. I was a power forward.
You look like a forward.
Yeah, I played in middle school and high school. So basketball, it was kind of important to me. But when I got to high school, I was seeing that I ain't making no money. Like I'm at practice. I had a job. Like when I was in JV, I had a job because I was trying to make money, and it was still transitioning from middle school playing basketball. But I'm like, the older I'm getting, I'm like, man, I ain't making no money.
Make some money, yeah.
I'm in high school. I want to buy shoes. My mama can't, she not really finna be buying me all the shoes I want. So I'm like, man, I need to make some money. So I think 10th grade, I stopped playing basketball, and I was just straight working. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you just quit?
Yeah, I quit. I quit basketball, and I was like strictly working. I'm in school shooting dice, skipping periods to go shoot dice and other people's lunches and all that type of stuff. And that's a few things too. Like when I was in high school, I would get sat down in some games because my coach would catch me rolling dice and lunch and stuff like that. So I was kind of like midway, one foot in playing baskall, and then the other foot, I'm like, man, I'm trying to make some money, man.
I feel you. That's how I was in college, though. That aspect, because I was like, you know what? This is too much. I gotta make some money. You ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that transition to college, where I was like forget
Yeah.
basketball. I gotta go make this bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I hoop. At that particular time, I said I just took my L and said I'm not going to the league.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I still could hoop. I know if
Yeah,
I
right.
get out here on this court, I could go
Yeah.
down with anybody. It's no
Exactly.
problem. But
I gotta get some money.
get this bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and I was used to that because how you was working in high school and stuff like that. I was too.
Yeah.
And my mom went and got me a job.
Okay.
At 14.
Yeah, I seen that on the interview you did
Yes,
with
he went and
Terrence.
got me a job.
Yeah,
You know
now
what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy because what I did was I had just turned 14, and like at the time we had the yellow pages and the white pages.
Yep.
So I'm literally going through the yellow pages and the white pages, calling people, asking them if they let people work at 14.
Dang.
Because you know the only place back then was Winn-Dixie.
That's my first job.
Yeah, because back then
Yeah.
that's the only place that you could really
that
go
was
and
my
work at
first
14.
job.
But I found I called a YMCA. It was a YMCA on Emerson by the McDonald's. I don't know if you remember. It used to be a YMCA right there. They did rock climbing in that particular YMCA, and it was like, yeah, just come in. We'll see if we can find something for you. So I went in and was talking to the people, and they was like, yeah, you know, we'll find something for you. We do, because they did like parties for rock climbing. So they used to have me holding the belay, like the little thing that you for the kids to go up and down on the rock climbing thing. They let me do that, and then they kind of let me set up the party area for the parties and stuff.
Oh, that was it.
So yeah, I was like, hey, I'm just trying to get in the door. Like I just want to get something.
We got a lot in common then because that was my second job, the YMCA.
Oh, for real?
But I got the YMCA job not trying to get the job. I was in the YMCA so much.
Yeah.
They was like,
Yeah,
hey,
they was like,
you want to
work here?
Like, you could run the gym. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, shoot, I'm already here every day.
Yeah.
I lived in the YMCA, bro.
Oh, that's dope.
Every day. That's where it went down at. From
dope.
hooping to fighting to talking to girls.
Yeah.
Everything happened at the YMCA. That's why that was my second home, pretty much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So
dope.
having those aspirations as a kid to be like, yo, I gotta get this money.
Yeah.
But you going about it the wrong way. Did you have any altercations where that got landed you in trouble, get in jail or something like that?
Nah, man. Like I said, like I used to do a lot of stuff, but I was just blessed. Like I never really got in. I never got caught, or I never really was at the wrong place at the wrong time for situations. So
That's what's up.
yeah, I've been blessed.
You from Jacksonville?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Jacksonville.
That's what's up. Cause
Yeah, because
it's hard to be.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's
doing
hard.
that and then not get caught up in something like
Definitely,
that.
definitely.
And for me, it was vice versa. I'm from Miami, so I wasn't even doing this stuff, but being around the people who got me in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
And that's usually how it happens, for you to get a lesson to know that you need to be out of certain situations. But somehow, you know what I'm saying, I just always was blessed to make it back home. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah. So let's say like 18, you out of school, high school. What would you have plans after that?
So how it happened for me was because I graduated high school when I was 17. At the time, I was living with my dad. I had, I wasn't living with my mom. I had ended up moving in with my dad for like high school. So she's like, oh, well, you about to graduate. You either going to the military or you going to college.
Bro.
So
trying to throw that military on you so quick.
That's just a diversion to make you be like, I'm going to school. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it.
So I'm in high school. This might have been like beginning of high school. She hit me with that, and I'm like, okay, like I ain't have nothing on my mind. This time, I'm making beats on Fruity Loops, and you know what I'm saying. I'm rapping with some of my homeboys at the time, and I ain't thinking about nothing really. You know what I'm saying? But she hit me with that, and I'm like, dang. So I know I wasn't going in no military, so. I'm like, okay, I'm like, what school I want to go to? So I knew I was like, I want to say, I don't know if I made the decision to not go to FAM, or my mama was like, you know too many people that's finna go to FAM, I don't think you're gonna get no work done. Something like that. It was one of the two, and I was just like, well, let me see what Cookman talking about. You know what I'm saying? In Daytona, it's not too far. My mom went there. So I was like, okay, let me apply for them. I want to say that's the only school I applied for.
real?
And they accepted me, and I was like, well, there it is. So I went to Cookman.
What year was this?
I went to Cookman. I graduated in 06. So I went to Cookman in 06. I went there all 4 years. I was out of there in 4 years. I was trying to hurry up and do my 4 years and get out of here. So
what you studied?
Business management. That was another thing, like my major, because I'm like, I already didn't have plans on going to college. What am I gonna do? Like I don't. What am I gonna do at college? Like I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be in no other field. So I'm like, okay, I want to run something. Like, I want to run my own business. You know what I'm saying? Let me go be in business management. So my mom, she took me down there to look, because I think the business building was brand new.
Yeah.
So she took me down there to like do a tour of the school. Like my senior year in high school, she took me down there to do a tour, and I saw the business building. It was huge. It was nice. Like, you know, I went, just was walking around the vibes. You see all, you know, you looking at the girls that's out here. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, like, you know, you're like, okay, it's a vibe. Like, y'all out here turning up, and I'm like, okay. So, you know, I went through with it, and, you know, I did, like I said, I did my 4 years and got out of there.
Damn, man, we got some similar stories, because Bethune was one of the places I was gonna go to at the time, but they were offering me 50% scholarship.
Okay.
I came up here because Edward Waters was like, we gonna pay for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool.
Definitely.
I didn't even know where Edward Waters was at. They
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
it's in Jacksonville. I was like, where that's at? They was like, it's in Florida.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. Hey, if they say
Yeah,
they
so
pay,
y'all ain't hear about Jacksonville and Miami?
nah, we wasn't like at that time, bro. I graduated 2001.
Okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like it like how it is now. Like now it's converged. Like people know about Duval, and it wasn't like
back
that.
then. Back then it was
So
wasn't as
it wasn't like that. So when they said Jacksonville, I didn't know where it was at.
Yeah.
I just heard full scholarship.
Yeah,
So
for
I was
sure.
like, all right, cool, because my mom at the time, she was trying to put pressure on me to go to the military. Because I had a cousin who was successful in the military.
Okay.
And he just retired, 35 years in the military. You know what I'm saying? So he done did so much. They ain't had no more rank for him. He just was making money, not doing nothing.
Yeah.
But I had those same things, man. And I was going to go to Bethune, but Edward Waters came like a week later. You know what I'm saying? Found me at the YMCA. They had a recruiter.
Oh,
It was found me at the YMCA.
dang, that's
Gave
what's
it
up.
there, and
Same spot you was chilling
same
at?
spot.
Yeah.
Yep. Light skinned dude came in there. Was like just sitting there watching or whatever, and watching us hoop.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey man, you ever thought about playing college ball?" And I was
That's
like,
what's
"Yeah."
up. So you play ball at E-Dub?
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up.
So yeah, the college was all right, but it the experience. So I did the same thing as you though. So like my major was criminal justice at first.
Okay.
But then when I started making the shirts in school, like I want to learn how to run the business.
Okay.
So I did business management.
Okay.
You know what I mean, to learn it. So what did you learn from business management that you can apply now?
So honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like I didn't really take too much from the business. Now, granted, like I used to like the classes and stuff. Like when you get into your major, you like the classes. But honestly, though, like I feel like I can't tell you nothing. Now, okay, the only thing I will say is for one of my classes, we had to make a business plan.
I was just about to ask that.
That's the only thing that really stuck with me, because you know when you in business, you gotta take a lot of math.
Yep, a lot.
So the majority of your college time or your major classes are math. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you get into your major, it's a few little classes you take. But I think that's probably like the only thing that stuck with me was the business plan that we had to make. Everything else was kind of just like stuff I already knew.
Same for
like,
me.
Like honestly, and I say this anytime I talk to people, like no disrespect to college or nothing, but in today's society and today's world, like you know when we was younger, it was you gotta go to school, you gotta go to college, get a good job, retire. You know what I'm saying? Like, but honestly, today, like with my train of thought now, if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't go to college, bro. Like I'd go take me a couple classes, you know, at the community college if I need them. You know what I'm saying? And create ownership. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what at the end of the day, right now. Now, granted, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There ain't never no diss on people that work 9 to 5s because we have to have those jobs and positions.
Everybody can't be the business owner because then who gonna be the worker?
Right, but I'm just speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? If I could do it all over again, honestly, I went like you say, the experience was dope. You know what I'm saying? A lot of experiences that I took from college and a lot of stuff that I learned being in that situation, being in school, like it prepares you for life.
No, it does. But that's what it did for me. I'm kind of like I would do the experience if I had to do it all over again. I would do it all over again, bro. Yeah. Because I met so many people from so many different places, different cities, different states, and just got to connect. Like I got friends all over. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
that I still talk to this day.
Yeah,
DC, Chicago, like a bunch of different places, man, in New York, like and met these people all in Jacksonville on this one campus.
Right.
And then also learn how to run my business from just more so trial and error. Yeah. I learned a little bit, kind of like with you. I learned how to put business plans together. Because for us, we had to do like presentations.
Right.
And we would get with a group. So my group, we would have to come up with this, whatever the professor gave us, we got to build a plan around that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I guess it's also because I didn't start my business until after college.
I got you.
So yeah, I didn't start with doing shirts and stuff like that until after school.
Got you.
Like 2 years after I graduated.
So 2 years after you graduated, you started, and you graduated 06.
No,
you graduated. Yeah. So 2010.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I graduated 2010 from Cookman. I came back to Jacksonville. Like I was on the first thing smoking as soon as right after the graduation. Because Daytona is slow, man.
Yeah,
no disrespect to people in Daytona. I rock with a few people from Daytona, but Daytona is slow, bro.
It's one of everything. It's one mall.
Yeah, one mall, one this. Like, it's come a long way from when I was there. Like now, when I've been back and see everything they got, but at the time, like I was like, man, I gotta hurry up and get back to Jacksonville, bro. Daytona too slow.
That's crazy because it was the same for me
here.
Yeah,
you probably thought Jacksonville was slow.
Yeah,
I
thought this was the country.
Yeah, for sure.
It took me years to get used to Jacksonville. And it's still sometimes I'd be like, yo, so I go home I got to get that feel back. I get that Miami feel back, you know what I'm saying? And see some stuff. And I need to go out there to Coconut Grove. I need to go to South Beach. I need to see these Bentleys flying up and down the street. And then I come back here. I be like, all right, I'm about to get this, that. You know what I'm saying? Just a little motivation, some push. Because you'll get here and sometimes it's like, I feel like you could reach your cap.
Yeah, you might get stagnant.
Yeah, be stagnant, and I don't want to be stagnant. That's why I'm always recreating.
Right.
That's why I start this podcast. I got to challenge myself.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Know what I'm saying?
You're right. That's what it's all about.
I got to challenge myself. So what am I going to challenge myself with? This is the next thing, and then I got something else, and so on and so forth, man.
No, that's
so
lit.
when you started the brand, that was 2010 or that was 2 years? 2
years later, so it was 2012.
2012.
Yeah, I started in 2012. Actually, it's crazy because I was working at City Bank. Like I was working at it was a lot of people was working at City Bank.
Yeah.
Like,
I knew a lot of people working
there.
Yeah, man, that was the spot.
That was the spot. Like at the time, you know what I'm saying? I was like a club.
Yeah.
So I was working at City Bank, man, and one of my homegirls while I was working there, she was about to start a clothing brand, and she was like we was just cool, and she was like, you gonna help me with the clothing brand? You know what I'm saying? You got an eye like your eye, like certain things you wear and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I help you because, mind you, now my stepdad, he had a print shop, like while I was younger, like you know what I'm saying? He's been my stepdad for a long time.
T-shirts.
Yeah, like he did some of everything. He did like brochure, like screen printing, embroidery. He did all of that. So I, just growing up, I always was already around it. You know what I'm saying? Like I already was around it with him. But at the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at that as just work. Like I'm looking at it as, you know what I'm saying,
like labor.
He had me, come help me with this and da 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 da. At the time, I'm looking at it like a kid look at it like that. But when she asked me to help her, I kind of already had my hand in it to where I was like, well, I know how to make that, and I know how to, I got a book with all these, suppliers in it and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I'm gonna help her. So she kept like dragging her feet with it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it started. I'm gonna get it started. I was like, man, all right. So I said, let me create my own. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna create my own. That's still my dog. Like Tierra, I remember who it was. Tierra Land. Like
Shout out Tierra.
shout out to Tierra because she
She
the one
birthed
that
Menace 57.
definitely did. Because I'm like, man, she dragging her feet, man. She playing. So I'm like, let me get it started.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I came up with my own name, and I got into it that way, and it's been rocking since. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
That's dope. So having that eye then and then being around it with your pops, with your stepdad,
Yeah.
kind of already like put that in you to be like,
Mm-hmm.
and you probably didn't even know it at the
Didn't
time.
even know it at the
Yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? But she brought it. You know, she kind of like made it appear to me
Right,
like,
right,
dang, like you already know how to do this stuff. Like you
right.
could easily create your own. You know what I'm saying?
So how did once you started putting it out there, like how did the people receive it? Like, or
Um,
how did you even go about putting it out?
so this was like early Instagram. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So this was like early Instagram, and I kind of made a post. I want to say I made a post saying like I'm about to start a clothing line, and you know how if you post something on social media, what you about to do, everybody rock
Yeah.
to it, and I'm a support and da 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 da. And honestly, when I first started, like I dropped. I remember what my first shirt was and everything. Like I dropped it. I took a picture in it myself, put it on there, and I don't think I sold any of that shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that first shirt I dropped, I don't think I sold not one. But I just kept coming with different ideas and kept coming with different designs, and people they start rocking with it. Like they start, oh yeah, let me get a shirt. But I just made this post the other day. Like Jug was one of the Lil Jug, the rapper,
Yeah, they're right, yeah.
rest in peace. He was one of the first people like that was like out and about like rappers and like out in the spotlight and stuff to really support it, like,
Right.
support the brand. Like
Right.
he was one of the first people. I just made a post like that talking about him the other day, but he was one of the first people to really take to it. People was getting it, like people that I knew and people that I didn't know. They was shopping with me and grabbing different shirts and stuff like that. But that's when like when he got a hold to it, I think he got his first order was like for a show he was doing.
Right.
So yeah, like that's when it really started like kind of take off around that time.
That's what's up, man. So did you have other people like in the city that had a name or was known, popular or whatever?
Like rocking it.
Yeah.
You mean like when I first started?
Yeah, like because that's what that like the route that you took of like Lil Jug, right?
Mm-hmm.
And having it giving it to him. So, cause you from here, so you
Mm-hmm.
know the people. Me, I'm not. So I
Right.
just kind of I was on the outside looking in. And I was like,
Right.
okay, so this person is the one who had to run the club over here. Bigger ranking is this person, and he has the crew run-ins. Okay, so Easy E is on the radio. T.
Yeah.
So I just made a list,
Right.
right? And then I was like, I'm gonna give shirts to all these people,
Yeah.
and that's how it kind of trickled for me. Did you do something like that?
So just me being like cool with a lot of people like Maul Jamal, that's like my little brother. Like I remember when I first started Menace, we went to like Tallahassee. I think this was 2012. I had just started Menace. All of us was rocking it. Me, him, my cousin Josh. Like all of us was rocking Menace to the homecoming in Tally. I think
Right.
we went to. It might have been Future.
Right.
I think that was like the first thing, and like we in there having a good time. Like we got bottles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my homeboy Jamal, he literally is walking around the entire club telling everybody, hey, we got Menace 57.
That's
This
what's
my
up.
homeboy brand.
That's what's
Like I never forget that. Like we in Tally at their homecoming at Future, and this man walking around the whole club like people we don't know. He just, hey, this my dog brand Menace 57 on Instagram. Like we in the club like that,
Telling people.
right? So
Hey, if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification button so you can get all the alerts when we drop the videos. Each and every week, we'll have a new guest on here talking about entrepreneurship, business, and everything in between. So make sure you stay tuned from A to Z. We're going to let you get back to it. Subscribe, like, share.
like we really was like getting it out there. You know, homeboys that I had was getting it out there. My main man Jabril, his cousin is Lil Papa.
Okay, yeah.
So like this was like we got locked in like around that same maybe like 2013, end of 2012, we got locked in. And, you know, I would be giving Papa stuff that went to his, you know, he was doing video. He was young then. He was doing videos.
Doing his thing now,
yeah,
though.
for sure. Like, happy birthday to him, his birthday today.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Lil Papa.
Yeah, so, yeah, but just getting it out. And then, like, as it started circulating, just kind of just getting it out there to people that I know. Because, you know, I know a lot of people in Jacksonville. So just kind of spreading the word and people seeing this person rocking and now they trying to inquire about it and stuff like that. It just... You know, it just started going from there.
It's definitely like having that snowball effect. That more people see it, they just want to tap in and see what it's about.
See what it's about.
You know, and be in the end.
Yeah, you know that's what it's about too. You know how that is.
Yeah, be in. You know what I'm saying? Be counted in.
Yeah.
So you got the people rocking it at that time. Were you thinking about getting it in stores? Were you just selling it out the trunk with your, you know what I'm saying?
So honestly, like at that time, like when I first started, I'm working at Citibank, you know, in 2012. I'm working, I'm coming home, I'm up to like 3 o'clock in the morning, knocking out orders.
I used to do that, yeah.
I'm at the apartment. I'm doing it in my apartment.
That's how I was too.
Yeah, like knocking out my orders in the apartment up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I was like just meeting up with people. Like at the time, like it was just on some, okay, what? But see, you learn quick. Like people, oh yeah, I want to put in an order. You ain't taking no deposits then, you know what I'm saying? I may make an order, somebody want it. Now you ain't answering your DMs or you ain't answering your texts. I done made your order. So you learn quick. Hey, like then I started doing deposits. But honestly, after probably like a few months, my stepdad, he still had the print shop at the time. So now, you know, I done made me a little room at the print shop. I got people coming up to the print shop giving me their orders. So now I got like a paper, I'm taking the order on, giving them a thing, taking a deposit, stuff like that. So I'm kind of doing it the legit way in my eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting a deposit on my orders and I'm writing it down. You got a place you can come. And people used to be like coming through there all the time. Like, so that's kind of how I transitioned from just kind of meeting up with people because, you know, everybody meet up spot is the Burger King downtown.
Tell me about it. That was our spot.
Yeah, that's
hey, where
like...
you at? You come from the west, I'm on the south.
Exactly.
Hey, meet me at the
Burger King downtown, you know what I'm saying? Like either the post office.
Yeah.
So it's like I transitioned from that to where it's like, okay, I got a spot. You come to the shop, and put your order in. Pick it up and put your order in at the shop. So that's kind of where it went from there. But then I end up transitioning to just being online.
Got you. And we got a lot of similarities, though, especially with the clothes, man, because that's how it was for me. It's just how you said people would, like, you would do a shirt and then they disappear or whatever. I pulled your car. Like, I was in the club with the book bag with some shirts in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the time, if people wanted something, I would go to the club, and I don't even like going to the club, really, because you just get in there and you stand around and you look at everybody. It's just like, so I only went to the club because I knew I could make money in the club. When I got in there, I do my dap up this person, that person, talk to them, and that's when they be like, hey, boy, I've been meaning to get up with you. Because this was before the social media, you know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, yeah, I got some stuff in the back. Well, he ain't got my side. I'd be like, well, how about this? Give me the money now, I got you. So that's how I pulled their card. I'd be like, what's you say you want it? Man, you ain't got no money. Who ain't got no money? And they pull it out. Give me the $40. I got you, bro. And so people just, like I told you, people always talk to me for some reason and tell me their stuff, and they would give me money, no problem.
Yeah.
I'd be like, y'all trust me like that.
Yeah,
okay.
face clean.
Yeah, but I kept my face clean. So like, I would go to the club. So when they had these big artists and all this other stuff, and I got cool with everybody, be backstage and stuff, when they had the artists come in, I knew easily that's $1,000 night for me because I go in the club and I rack up. All the D-boys in there, everybody trying to look like they got some money. And all I do, I'm just pulling your card. Hey, what's up? You say you still trying to get the shirt?
Yeah.
Man, you you lying. Last week man, no, I got it right now. And then
Right.
boom, you know what I'm saying?
You got your money right then and there.
So I had to remember the T-Mobile Sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
I would write my notes in there. I'd be like, okay, Josh, 2X, you know what I'm saying? And write my notes.
Yeah.
And that's what the club was for me. It was a money spot.
Right.
So just how people would go in there and make their money doing other things, I made my money selling the
with the
T-shirts.
shirt. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, selling the
That's
shirts.
dope. For real.
So doing it that way and having it at your pop shop and then being able to have people pull up. And then I know you said you went online. Did you ever think about getting your own spot? Like a storefront or?
Honestly, bro, like I never, like, cause you know, when I first started it, bro, like in 2012, it was really a hustle, bro.
Gotcha.
So it really was a hustle just to kind of make side money on the, make some extra money on the side. But I really didn't start taking it serious probably till like after my first daughter was born, which was like 2016. Like around that time, I kind of started taking it serious.
Gotcha.
So that's when I like got legit with a website and was actually, putting time into it and coming, I just was taking it serious. But in reference to a store, I probably had thought about it now more than ever.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But when I was doing it, I wasn't really thinking about it back then.
I did the stores and stuff several times. Sometimes I think about it like, but then I'll be like, nah, I like it how it is now, man.
Yeah.
Y'all online, I get to ship the stuff,
Exactly.
no problem.
No
I don't
problem.
have
I ain't got
huge overhead and all these people to play and constantly keeping products in there. Because you'll have somebody come in the store every week and they think it's supposed to be new stuff out every week.
Yeah,
like, I gotta let this go first. Put some stuff out. Hey man, you ain't got nothing. Like, it's the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Till it sell out.
Definitely.
So you had that going on. What's your I did have a question for you, bro. Like, cause I think I saw, and I think that you had or did a pop-up shop or had something like that with Tracy.
Yeah, that's my aunt.
I was just about to ask that. What's your relation? So that's your aunt.
Yeah. That's
Shout
my
out
aunt.
to Tracy, because I'm gonna have her on here next in a little bit.
Okay. She got a story.
Yeah.
But, that's my aunt on my sister-in-law's side.
Oh, okay, got you, man. Yeah, because Tracy tapped in. Like, I remember when she had the shop on Edgewood,
right?
And trying to get that off the ground. You know what I'm saying? And then
San Marco.
Yeah, San Marco, and then from there she just.
Yeah, man. Like Tracy, she went
through the roof.
Yeah, like and no cap. Like she let me. As soon as she found out that I was doing clothing and everything, she was like, yeah, come out to the store and do a pop-up shop. Like she would always reach her hand out to me. You know what I'm saying? And was like wanting me to come up there and get involved and meet people. Like I started doing pop-up shops there like early, like probably like 2013. I probably had my first one, and she kind of was just putting it out there for me while I was there with her customers that was coming through and putting my name out there, telling them, where they can get stuff and pushing them to support it. And she always been supportive of me like the whole time.
That's what's up, man. Definitely. Shout out to Tracy, man. She's to this day still the same. Still supporting. Yep. She'll throw me little lines of, hey, did you check this out? Did you see this or whatever? And vice versa. So I appreciate Tracy, and she helped me a lot, and I was able to help her a lot with a lot of stuff. And she's always been genuine. Always. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I done came in the store and it's been hectic.
But she's
still gonna greet you, still gonna smile, all that other stuff.
All that.
That's what's up. That's solid. A good person to have in your family.
Solid. You know what I mean? She's solid.
You ever thought about doing something with her?
Like what?
Like she has the women's clothes, you got.
Oh, like
clothes,
you know what? We talked about that before. When I think she was kind of gonna tap into men's clothing, but
I think it'd be dope, bro.
Yeah, I think it'd be dope too.
I think it'd be dope.
I think it'd be dope too if she decides to like get into men's, because when you think about it, it's no like men, like even in general, it's not a lot of men's stores that we can shop in Jacksonville, or especially like on a boutique level. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that'll definitely be something that'll be unique, and that I know she'll be able to get off if anybody can.
Yeah, definitely, man. So this topic here is the one that I really want to dwell on, because I think it's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you to come up with Is it a food mart?
Yeah, so it's actually and it's crazy. I just saw the person who I just was talking about it with when I first came up with that. We was talking about the idea, but so it's like a convenience store.
So
Convenience store slash like a Dollar General type vibe.
So
You know
what you
I'm
got
saying?
in there? What you?
So basically, it's like I got everything from laundry detergent, starch,
Wow.
to like deodorant, lotions, toothbrushes, toothpaste, razors,
Everything in there. You
everything,
got a
all the
nice
way to
convenience.
hot sausages,
And the
pickles,
whole nine.
chips. Yeah, Simply Limeade,
What made
Starbucks.
you think that like okay, so because that's two different things. You
Yeah,
got clothes, you making shirts.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You got them selling. You online, and then you wake up one day and say, "I'm gonna open up a mini mart almost." Like,
Well, it was actually how it happened, bro. Like during the pandemic, right? So I had been working with this company. It's a major company. Like I had been working with them. I've been with them for 5 years.
doing what?
So basically, I was it was enterprise.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had worked my way up. I had started with them way back in 2015.
Okay.
Like right before my daughter was about to be born. I started with them. Um, and I had worked my way up. Like within that 5 years, I worked my way up like, with the company, and it was just to a point to where they responded to how they responded to everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't sit well with me them being, and not to downplay them, because I learned a lot from Enterprise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I learned a whole lot from that, but it just kind of resonated.
Oh, you saying the way Enterprise treated you when that?
Not they treated me, just how they went about the situation.
how they
like how
reacted to
companies
it.
was, how companies was, doing little things and saying little things and supporting, Black lives.
Yeah.
And it just kind of didn't sit with me well. So that was really what pushed me to be like, man, you could be with a company, and it's because it's a lot of Black people that work. You know what I'm saying, for Enterprise.
And they really didn't care about.
I mean,
that.
I ain't trying to, I
can
don't need
say
them
it,
coming back trying to be like I'm
You ain't with Enterprise no
down
more.
in they
You got
they
57
business.
Express Mart now, so Menace 57
But
Express Mart.
it just made me feel as how as Black people we need to own things and own more things and have things of our own to where we can do what we want to do with companies and not depend on other people. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
In that corporate world. So it really just kind of pushed me out the door.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? In a sense. So I'm like, well, it's a whole pandemic going on. What's something, because places was getting shut down and places had to close up and things like that. So I'm like, well, what's something that's like corona proof? You know what I'm saying? Like, so whereas if I was to open up a store, I wouldn't have to worry about them come telling me that I got to close up. You know what I'm saying? So I had kind of just looked into things and researching and seeing some of the drive-through stores like in California. They got them in California, but the way they are in California, you can actually drive through the store. So I'm like, well, we live in Duval, so if I got people driving through my store, they might hop out and jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that might not work, but an actual drive-through would be dope to where you can come through, you can place your order online on the website, see everything that's on the website, and just if you get off work, and you want to set your order, you just come swing through and pick it up. I know me, I have 2 daughters, so if they in the car with me and they sleep and they buckled in and everything like that, I don't want to have to take them out and run in the store and all of that. So I'm like, dang, it'll be dope if it was just like a drive-through and I can just go pick up my little few items that I need, still have them in the car, ain't got to worry about getting out, putting my mask on, waiting in those long lines where it's only 2 or 3 lines open in the whole store. Like, that'd be dope if you could just come through and get everything you need without even having to get out your car. So,
Bro, that's dope.
yeah, man, I just and as time went on, I just kind of put everything into motion, and the Lord just kind of worked everything out, with the spot that I'm in now, and I just was like, hey, let's do it.
Dang. So the pandemic,
Yeah,
and a bit of how Enterprise
yeah, just how they
reacted
play,
to the George Floyd thing had you thinking like, And man, I need to have something that's ownership wise,
Right.
and then also corona proof and recession proof.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In the
Exactly.
sense of like that. So creating the what you call it, a mini mart,
Yeah,
the
it's
express.
yeah. You would call it like a Mini Mart, Express Mart.
What's the exact name? What's the name?
So it's called 57 Express Mart.
57 Express Mart.
And I kind of stuck with 57. You know,
gotcha.
from the
That's smart though,
yeah.
because it's still attached to the
Right.
brand.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
it's
For
like a
sure.
runoff of that.
Yeah. So people
So
know
people know.
what it's linked to. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So in the store you got basically all the items that you need.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Essential items.
You got food in there too.
So I have packaged food. So like if you was looking for like produce or meats and stuff like that, I don't have that. But just like stuff you would need on a day to day.
Gotcha.
Like bleach, you know what I'm saying, household cleaner, you know, whatever it may be, Mr. Clean, Fabuloso. You know, we like to use Fabuloso.
Fabuloso on deck, yeah.
But yeah, like all of that stuff. And then, you know, grocery items, Crisco, sugar, all of that type of stuff. Like everyday household needs.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
And this all came from
Pandemic and yeah.
That was up. So what's your goal with the store?
Just to really like, because just really like for people to just be able to come through. And also one of the main things that another reason why I want to do it is because I know a lot of entrepreneurs in the city. So I know people that do like candles and have like other little things. I want it to be a place where they can set up their stuff in a store.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And sell it out of the store because it may be harder to get your item in Target or get your item in Walmart or any type of store like that when it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the biggest things, like when after the George Floyd situation happened as well, was everybody kind of went into a thing where we wanted to shop black-owned businesses. So it's like we need to know where these black-owned businesses are. You know what I'm saying? In order so that we can shop with them, because it's so easy for you to just get in your car and go to Walmart, get in your car and go to Target, because you don't know who is a black-owned business that sell whatever the thing is that you're looking for. Like I didn't research. I found out that it's black-owned laundry detergent. Like it's black-owned hand soaps and stuff like that. But we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we have a place where it's like, and not saying that I'm only wanting to sell black-owned products in the store, because, you know, people got stuff that they die by, that they want to use. Like, oh, I only use Dove soap, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But you still want to have a place to where you can have the option to choose some of these black-owned items, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of my main goals as well, is trying to like help people, like entrepreneurs in the city that have products that they want to put in the stores. Like you'll have a place to where you ain't gotta go to Burger King and be like, yeah, meet me at Burger King. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, meet me at go to 57 Express. You can pay for it right there. You can pick it up right there. So that's the vibe with that.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So what you did was, and this is one of the things I try to do with any business, is like they say you gotta find a problem.
Right.
Find a problem that needs solving, and then you can monetize that.
Right.
So what you did was you found a problem.
Right.
Like, okay, we don't have these black-owned stores. Like you say, people run to Walmart, Target, and a lot of those corporations, they be funding some of these things that be going on, especially the police and stuff like that. And not to say all police are bad, but you get what I mean. Like they'll put money into these organizations and companies who don't
Trump
give
supporters too.
they don't care nothing about us.
No.
They just want the money. And so you provided something for the culture that is circulating that dollar though, that through the community, and giving other people in the community a chance to sell things that they have.
And it's convenience. Like I'm selling convenience. You know what I'm
Convenience,
saying? Like you know how easy it is to, I'm riding down. Dang, I forgot to get some bleach today.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I made this go to the store. Now I got it, and I ain't even got to get out.
So they can order online, or like
it's 57expressmart.com, and you can go on there. You can order everything that you want to order, and you can pick it up that day. Like you at work on your lunch break, you go on the website, put in your order. When you get off, you can swing through, pick all your items up. They'll be ready for you to pick up by the time you get off.
Dang, that's dope, man. So you created a nice system.
Yeah, man, I got a whole set. Or if you don't want to order online, you can wait till you get to the store. You know what I'm saying? And you can look at what's online while you at the store and just order in.
Order it.
Yeah, right there.
That's what's up, man. Boy got a system on that with the store and all that, man. This is what this is about because I've known of you
Yeah.
for a minute, and
Yeah.
it's through Tracy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I used to see you doing stuff, and I always see, and I figure I was like maybe they related it somehow or something like that. But I just knew of you through Tracy.
Yeah.
So when we was talking on Instagram, I'm like, bro, come on, cause I want to hear your story. You know what I mean? And just to hear about the Express Mart and why you did it, it makes it even like I want to go out there and support even more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of what
I appreciate
why
it.
you doing it too. And then also the backstory on how you trying to help other people that may have some stuff that they want to get sold out, so they ain't gotta keep going to the Burger King
Exactly.
and post office downtown. You know what I'm saying? So you got you a comfortable area to go to, man. That's what's up. What would you what tips would you give somebody, entrepreneur, somebody who's trying to get into business just in general?
Just in general, man, the number one thing is to walk by faith, man. Like you got to, because it's so easy to get discouraged. You know, you have people around you or, you know, that see what you're doing and they might not be able to do it. So they're going to, you know, they're going to be like, well, why you doing this? Or I don't think you should do that. You just have to, everybody not going to see your vision. You know what I'm saying? So
say it again, brother.
I'm trying to tell you, man, like God give you a vision. He give that vision to you for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't listen. You know, you can listen because you always want to listen to what people have to say. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, stay with something and be consistent with it and remember that everybody don't see your vision. You know what I'm saying? And just, they say you don't fail something until you quit. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you stick with it, and, you know, you go through and follow through with everything that you have a vision for, then just keep going with it. You have to be consistent, though, and know that it ain't going to happen overnight.
Definitely, bro. Yeah. I appreciate you coming through, big
I
dog.
appreciate
Like,
you
real
having
talk,
me,
man.
bro. Like,
real
for
talk.
real.
I just learned a lot about you, you know, and we
Yeah.
got a lot in common that I
yeah.
didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then just to see your hustle, your grind, and your mind state, I wouldn't have thought of that, the Mart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to sit with people who are thinkers, because I'm a thinker.
Right.
I be like thinking, like, what else could I be doing?
Right.
I'm always thinking
that.
what else could I be doing?
Exactly.
'Cause I never feel like I'm doing enough.
Me too.
No matter how many times somebody tell me, "Boy, you doing it," I be like,
Nah,
"Man, no,
I
I'm
feel
not."
like so much other
feel
stuff I
it's
could
so
do.
much.
Yeah.
This is why, man. Before we go, when I look at billionaires or millionaires, and I see that they still going hard,
Right.
what the hell?
Why you think
Yeah.
you should be chilling?
Yeah,
You know
I
what
know
I'm saying?
need to be chilling.
Yeah.
They still going. I look at somebody like a Diddy or something, and you still going, bro. I need to still be going.
Exactly.
What
Look
am I
at Jay-Z,
stopping for?
like people like that. Like they
I'm
still
not
billionaires
going.
and still pushing.
And still putting out
Yeah.
stuff and still putting like their brand to use and teaming up with people and all this other stuff, man. So yeah, bro, it was dope.
Definitely,
Dope
man.
talking to you, man.
Definitely, man. Good talk. You gonna have to get on here one day and do your story, man. Cause
Yeah, I tell
I know you got a story too.
Yeah,
Everybody got a story, man. So you gonna have to get on here one day and drop yours, bro.
Yeah, one day. But I tell it in the midst of kind of like talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Conversation, and if they pick up the jewels or whatever. But I don't mind. It's the platform right now is for y'all.
Nah,
you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying? In the midst of that, I'll be still able to tell mine and connect or whatever. But it's really to connect with entrepreneurs so that people can see like they can do it too. Because it was at one point where you was out there skipping school, shooting dice, doing all this other stuff, and now you got your own Mini Mart.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's only because what you said, you stay consistent, and it ain't failure unless you quit.
Exactly. That's the realest thing I done heard.
So yeah, we gonna end it on that note, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Mini Mart. Let them know how to get in contact with you, where it's at,
Okay.
all the stuff, man.
Yeah, so Menace 57, the clothing brand is Instagram Menace 57, on Facebook Menace 57 as well. 57 Express Mart is 57expressmart.com for the website. You can go in there and see all the items that's at the store. It's at 5808 Normandy Boulevard, Suite 1, Jacksonville, Florida. And the Instagram is 57 Express Mart, and Facebook is the same. So, yeah, man, check me out, man. Anything you may need on the daily,
I got
You in the area, pull up.
Got you, man. On that note, we up out of here. It's been another episode from A to Z. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You got to click the notification bell at the top right so that you can be notified when we drop these new content every week, man. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Again, bro, I appreciate you
having me,
dog,
bro.
Real talk. And we're going to see you at that 57 Express Mart.
Sure.
We up out of here.